Well, on Tuesday, United had a town hall meeting, and it was a single subject about common land use, or common land being used exclusively by a member, maybe building out their manor, whatever it might be, right?
Yes.
So it was ran about an hour and 40 minutes. Tell us how it went and any outcomes at this point.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
Oh, Juanita Skillman is with us, by the way.
First of all, I'd like to say, because I did film it and watch it on TV, the new simulcast cameras and all that we have in the Performing Arts Center worked very well.
Yeah.
I thought it came across very, very well. We had about 160 people who showed up, and we had 75 questions or comments, and they were about evenly divided into questions and comments. We started off with our attorney giving an overview of what the current situation is, some of the things that we have tried that have not passed before, and what the Davis-Sterling Act was and the legal ramifications that we had to work with. And one of those is they specifically say that you have to have 2/3 vote, 67%, in order to have any changes with the common land. Now that's almost impossible.
Right.
67% of our 6,325 members are never going to get together and do anything like that.
Right.
And that's why, as a board, we're trying to make some resolutions that will benefit everybody and kind of work to the subject. We had 75 questions, comments, cards that were given to us. 17 were no change, leave it the way it is, at the discretion of the board, with the possibility of members, shareholders, using some of the common land for their exclusive use. 34 were against it, totally. No use of common land for individual shareholders. We had 7 landscape questions. Because it was a town hall, we had people come with things that had nothing to do with the use of common land. And we're going to answer those people. We have the cards that we will go over, but we didn't speak to that particularly in the meeting. One exception being someone who said, if there's a fruit tree on common land, who does the fruit belong to?
Yeah.
And basically, is it mine? And our attorney said no. And then we had one question on, are you closing Gate 4? Which has been a sore subject, petitions going out, meetings around, whatever, and it's totally bogus. There is no plan to close Gate 4. And I hope we got that across both to the people there and on television. And then there were 13 comments or questions on other subjects, such as insurance. If an individual shareholder uses common land, who is responsible for insurance for that, the mutual or the shareholder? Property taxes. Will property taxes go up if you use and expand your manor? And the answer is yes, because our property taxes are based on, particularly if you do upgrading, you see an uptake in your property tax whenever you have a permit pulled, et cetera.
Right.
There were a couple of questions on real estate disclosures, that if any of this is done, that the real estate agent needs to disclose it up front when they are trying to sell the property or sell the share, so that people, when they move in, aren't surprised. Yes, you can, or no, you can't. Because, and quite frankly, I've seen this myself, because I go out and do open houses fairly often just to see what's open in the community. And I hear real estate agents telling their clients, you can do anything you want. You can just get a variance and you can do anything you want. And that's really not true in United. In Third, it's more true. They wanted to know about surcharges for applications, and there are. We do have charges, administrative charges, if you want to put in a variance, and you pay that charge whether you get the variance or you don't. And you do need variances for everything, internal as well as external changes to your manor. And some people think, well, if I'm just doing it inside my manor, I don't have to have a permit, I don't have to have any kind of variance, and that's not true. We need to know everything that's being done because United owns the manors. And there's also a permit variance application for landscaping. And at our meeting next March 14th, we're going to have Kurt Rahm from Landscape on the meeting, who's going to talk about the Yellow Stake program, because what we found is a lot of people have no idea what it is or how to do it, particularly people who've been here for some time because it was not in effect a number of years ago.
Okay.
And that is where
you put your own plans
a
in
shareholder
or
can
yes.
say this part, and usually it's right next to the building, and there's a little wall around. You can put in your own flowers or fruit trees or whatever. You maintain them, but landscape doesn't come in and do anything with it.
Okay.
But that does not extend out into all of the common area in front of your
Right.
manor. And the other question that kept coming up was neighbors, how they are consulted. And if neighbors say, no, we don't agree to that kind of an alteration to the manor, building this out, changing the door, changing the windows, whatever, do we have any say?
Right.
So there were a lot of good questions. They were answered by both our attorney and our president, Lenny Ross. And so I think most of them got answered, and we really appreciate the people coming out. And there's lots to do. I have cards stacked that the board will be going over individually in a workshop, and we will then come out with a resolution that we will bring to our meetings. And even that resolution will have a 30-day comment period.
Okay.
Because it affects the members. So this was a good way for us to get a sense of how the community was feeling. At the very end, they ask for a stand-up. All of those who were in favor stand up. All of those who are opposed stand up. And it was about 2/3 to 1/3 of the people who did not want a common area used by individuals for their own use. And there were many reasons why. We had 2 good presentations from Pat English on why it was a benefit to the community to allow use of common area, and by Dick Rader on why it wasn't. And so I hope everybody will watch. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be on 4 more times.
Yes, I believe it's on, I want to say today.
It's on today at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, yes. I have it
And
somewhere.
then a number of different times. So watch it so that you can form your own opinions, see what's going on, and you can let the board know.
Okay.
The board is available.
So do you think a decision will be made, within a couple months? Or
Oh,
do you know?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. We'd like to have something to bring to our March meeting. Whether we can get it done that fast or not, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But certainly by April.
Okay. All right. Very good. So again, we're going to be replaying that meeting, and I have the date somewhere. It does replay today at 2 o'clock, and going forward Saturday at 12 o'clock, and then beyond that, we'll tell you the other times as well. But we have it scheduled for, I think, about 5 replays.
And it's between, I think the last one is the end of March, so there's still time for us to get comments back from them. And we do appreciate comments back from our residents. We want to know what it is they like or don't like. Our fiduciary duty, of course, is to the corporation and to the mutual. And we try to do what we feel is best for everybody, for the overall. But we do like to take into account what the residents feel and what their wants and not wants are. But sometimes we can't do what they want because it's not in the best interest of the mutual. But usually we listen and we try to take that into account. So.
All right, very good. We appreciate you coming by.
My pleasure.
And again, it's going to be shown today at 2 o'clock here on Channel 6. It ran about an hour and 40 minutes, so tune in for that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an hour and a half, but then we had a few extra questions.
Yeah,
So we
which happens
appreciate
sometimes.
your staying on for the other 10 minutes.
All right, thank you very much. Good to see you, Juanita.
Okay, thank you very much.
And tomorrow we'll have somebody on from United as well, just as we normally do on Fridays.
Do our updates.
Yeah, do your updates. So we'll be right back.